going to start our practice at one end of the mat, just standing up nice and tall with the pads of your feet closer in together and your heels out a little bit wider. But if that's not comfortable on your legs or your hips, you're welcome to just stand with your feet apart, nice and tall with the palms open in front of you, lifting through the crown of your head, and just starting off with a half vinyasa. So a breath in, we're going to sit down into a chair, and then exhale, hands come down through center. Another breath in to come back into your half lift, and then exhaling back to your forward fold. Breath in into your chair, and a breath out to stand back up nice and tall. So we'll move through that again, but then adding on some twists through the spine. So we'll inhale into a chair pose. We'll bring the hands in together, lowering down, taking the right elbow across to the left knee, and trying to open through your chest here. Taking a breath in. And then releasing into your forward fold. We'll come back into our half lift, then lowering back to your forward fold, bending into your knees, reaching back up into your chair, bringing your palms together and down, and then a left elbow across to your right knee. Making your way out here and back into your nice strong chair. Then bringing your hands together, standing up nice and tall, opening up through your palms. We'll make our way into some sun salutations now. So a breath in, chair. A breath out, lowering down. Inhaling half lift. And exhaling, taking your feet back here into your high plank or your low plank on your knees. We're just going to gently bring the belly all the way down. So lowering down. Taking an inhale breath to find that extension within your spine. And exhale back down. We're going to tuck into the toes, lifting onto your knees, and then back into your child's pose. So just a nice gentle sun salutation. Starting to lift your way back up onto your hands and your knees, tucking your toes in, lifting up through your hips into your downward facing dog and pedaling out your feet. So finding that lovely stretch within the backs of your legs. Then making your way up to the top of the mat here, back into your forward fold. Then lifting to half lift, exhaling back down, bending through the knees, reaching into your chair, holding here. Then standing up nice and tall, palms come together and down. Opening through the palms. We'll go through one more time, but here we are going to be staying down, so we're not going to be coming back up to our standing position. So a breath in into chair. A breath out, lowering back down. Inhaling half lift. Exhaling, planting the hands, stepping your feet back, having a breath in your plank. And then exhaling all the way down. Inhaling, extending. Exhaling. Tucking your toes and coming back into your child's pose. Coming back onto your hands and your knees here. So we're going to find just a gentle flow, finding some lovely lateral flexion within the spine. So we're going to take the right foot out to the side, lifting up through the torso, opening up your right palm and taking your hand over to the left side. Then over to the opposite side now, leaning towards the right, feeling that lovely stretch down your side waist. Circling your left hand down, planting onto the floor. And then extending your right foot out long behind you and taking your right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Here, if you would like to, maybe even taking your hand up further away from your back foot. So you're really finding that lovely stretch all the way down your side waist. Lowering your hand down, starting to square off your hips and your chest and into some extended cat and cows. So with a breath in, we're going to lift through the leg, open through the chest, and then a breath out to round through the spine and draw the knee in. A breath in to extend, and a breath out as you bend and flex through the spine. One more time. Then lowering back down, back onto your hands and your knees, and over to the opposite side now. So extending the left foot out to the side, lifting through the chest, opening the left palm and over to the right. Over to the left. Then circling your right hand down, extending through your left foot behind. Left arm reaches up to the ceiling or up over your head and holding here for a moment. Taking your hand back down, squaring off the hips and the chest, and into our extended cat and cow. So a breath in and a breath out. Continuing with the flow of your breath. Just two more. Taking your knee back down and into our puppy dog pose. So keeping the hips elevated and walking the hands out long in front of your body. We'll start to walk the hands back below the shoulders and move through our flow again. So starting off with the right foot, drawing out to the side, lifting up through the chest, opening up through your right palm and over to the left. Then over to the right. We'll circle the hand down, start to balance on one side. And so here you may like to just find that lovely stretch that we found before, or if you'd like to find a balance or maybe even a stretch into your quads, so the front of your thigh, then you may like to elevate your foot, take your foot towards your bottom, take a hold of your foot and really draw it closer towards your bottom. Releasing from the stretch that you have chosen, drawing your hand back down, squaring off your hips and your chest, and extending your cat and cow. So a breath in to lift through the leg, open the chest and lower the belly. And then exhaling to round through the spine as you draw the knee in. One more time. Lowering your knee back down and over to the opposite side. The left foot steps out, lifting up your chest, opening up the left palm and taking it over to the right. And then your right arm over to the left. Circling your hand down. Extending your left foot out long behind, the left hand reaches up or over the head, or hovering your back leg, taking a hold of your foot and really bringing it closer towards the back of the body. Releasing from the stretch, circling back down, squaring up, taking a breath in to lift through the leg, lower the belly and open the chest, and then exhaling again. Breathing in and breathing out. Lowering your knee back down, and this time coming into your child's pose. So the knees are going to spread out a little bit wider than hip distance. The hips draw back to the heels, walking the hands out long in front of the body. We're going to keep the left hand here to start off this next stretch. And we're going to thread the right arm underneath the left. Here you're welcome to remain here in this stretch. Otherwise, if you would like more of that deeper twist, you're welcome to take your hands together, stacking the elbows and lifting through your chest. Releasing and coming over to the opposite side. So planting the hands first. Then we'll thread the left arm underneath the right arm and choosing your options, staying here or lifting into that prayer stretch. Making your way out of your stretch. And here, as always, you're more than welcome to move on to some more stretches or maybe even more of a heated practice or just straight into Shavasana. But I hope you really enjoyed that really short Vinyasa flow style class. Thank you.